Welcome to the Militia Gaming community. I'm Trigger, and today we have an insanely big update for Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. Let's go! Real quick before I get into the video, I just want to mention if you're into real car builds, you can check out my second channel, MKTV, where I'm building a 2004 Acura RSX Type S. Alright, let's get into the video. It's been a while since I've done an update on TDUSC, but today we got a bunch of news that is exciting and also sad. I know my channel is mostly Need for Speed based, but this game has me hyped for a number of reasons. Alright, so for the news, the biggest and saddest bit is that Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown is going to be delayed until 2023. Unfortunately, they didn't commit to a particular quarter of the year either, which means it's probably going to be Q2 or Q3, which means spring or summer. If their plan was to release in Q1, they would say something like it has been delayed to Q1 2023, but they didn't say that. Although this is very sad news for people eager to play the game, I think it's going to be a very good thing for the game. The Solar Crown team states, "Our goal with Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown is to make it the most polished game experience in the franchise by spending more time on its development." That's honestly what they have to say, and it's probably the truth. The game really isn't ready yet. But from another point of view, it's smart for them to move it to a time where the next Need for Speed experience is likely to drop out of its support window. Need for Speed 2022 is supposed to release in Q4 of this year, and generally what happens with Need for Speed games is that they get some support for about 6 to 9 months, and then they drop off the map completely. If players are effectively done with Need for Speed, they will be hungry for a new arcade open world experience, and here comes Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. Originally, they had planned to release this game in the same window as Need for Speed, and even though Need for Speed fans have been upset with recent games, they still go out and buy the new one every single time, so it really would have been a disaster for TDUSC. Anyways, it's releasing in 2023. Let's move on to the fun stuff that we learned about the game itself. First, the lifestyle component. They don't go into any details, but they say the game has a rich and complex DNA. The environment reproduced at a 1-to-1 scale, beautifully recreated cars, a realistic driving experience, social interactions with other players, a wide variety of races and game modes, and a major lifestyle component that goes beyond simple street battles on wheels. They go on to say, Test Drive Unlimited is more than just a racing game, but rather a game about the joy of driving your car, the car that reflects your style, and the one that you have chosen over all others. Buying a car from a dealership, listening to the radio while driving, putting the top down when the rain stops, using turn signals properly, and even simply opening the window are all details that millions of players have fallen in love with. So what I think they're shooting for is a game mechanic that makes the players work for certain status items, like how modified your car is, or how expensive your home is, or how you decorated your home, or what clothes you wear and who you hang out with and what clan you represent. And speaking of clans, there are 2 clans for you to choose from, the Streets and the Sharps. The Streets have a more underground nightclub vibe, and the Sharps are more top floor in a luxury building. Each has their own headquarters, which is only open to members of those clans. If you are a Street, you can't enter the Sharps headquarters, and vice versa. The headquarters is where you're going to have your meetings and accept new missions aimed at taking down the rival clan. So this game is all about that clan war between Streets and Sharps, and you're actually going to have to pick one to be a part of. The structure is going to be really interesting. Like if I pick the Streets and they turn out to be a crappy people, can I just switch to the Sharps mid playthrough, or will I need to start over as a Sharp? Also, is it possible to have multiple playable characters with multiple saves? Picking one or the other sounds like a tough life decision. I'm super interested in how this works, but the social aspects of this game seem really attractive. It really does sound like it's not a racing game, but a game that is centered around racing, if that makes sense. And lastly, they do plan for a beta test, but they haven't announced a date yet, and they have officially decided not to develop the game for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, which means it's a next-gen title only. I don't see this as being a huge problem. I think Q2 of next year, most people who want next-gen consoles will be able to get them. And by the way, can we just stop calling them next-gen consoles? They're current generation consoles. They've been out for more than a year. This is the current generation, right? We're all in agreement that this is the current gen, PS4, Xbox One, that's like last gen. All right, anyway, supply chains are starting to get a little bit better, and in a year, I think the consoles will be widely available. All right, let me know what you think. Are you interested in this game? Does the news make you any more hyped or as hyped as I am about it? Let me know in the comments. Hey, before I go, shout out to all the Heat 5 members of the channel. If you want to see your name up here with the rest of these legends, all you have to do is click the join button below and become a Heat 5 member. By doing this, you'll be supporting the channel in ways you will not believe, and you get all kinds of sweet perks like members only streams and specific exclusive Discord channel access. Thank you so much for watching. Shout out to all the Militia subs. I will catch you on the next one. Trigger out.